There we go, I think that's all set up. I'm just partway through setting up the overall, the board and everything. So I'm just trying to put the camera on at the moment. Hopefully that'll be all right. So yeah, the plan here is I'll do an investigation now for about an hour, and then I'll do an investigation at 3 in the morning. I'm also going to try something a little bit here, where I'm going to get a piece of paper and I'm going to write down a list of subjects for the random word generator, right? Because obviously I've been doing the 28-day cycle. It ended up being about basically just investigating a 17-day cycle, but it'll do for now. First attempt and all that, and it was the day of my birthday celebrations and stuff, so it's fine. But there are certain points that random word generator kept saying where I was like, that's what we're going to hook up again, that's what we're going to hook up again. So I'm going to write down a list of these points, and we'll see. It'll be a bit like bingo, to see if any of these points come up. So, for example, one thing that I'm definitely writing down is children. Any reference to children, any reference to a dangerous woman. So anything coming through like she'll hurt you, or she's watching, or something like that, which is a bit ominous to do with a woman. Anything to do with the army, anything to do with an injured leg is something that kept coming up. So these are things I'm going to write down. I'm just going to finish setting up though, and hopefully we'll be investigating by past. And then, like I say, it'll be about an hour, so it'll be, if I start at past, it'll be until about 11:30. It'll definitely be wrapped up before 12 though. So, just need to get sorted with all this. As you can see, just about this weird wavy thing is a stand for a pendulum I do have set up going down here. You probably can't see it very well on camera. You definitely won't be able to see it very well when the lights will be off. I will have a night vision camera set up though, as what I did with the 28-day cycle stuff. So you'll hopefully be able to see some stuff there. You probably won't be able to see the pendulum. I need to buy a pendulum which glows specifically for it. Also important point to mention, I got these for my birthday, which are 2 cat balls, just very, very simple, just advertised as cat balls. They do light up when touched. They're not as good as the cat balls I have been using, because the ones I've been using you can switch off. These you can't. These are 24/7 cat balls, so... but as you can see, brand new, still in the packet. These will be used this investigation, next investigation, just to see, because they're brand new. They're advertised as cat toys. It's not like they're going to be rigged in any way to be spooky. So in theory they should be a working product, which is only lights up when touched. So yeah, as you can see, promotes independent play, great way to encourage exercise or interactive play. I don't think that these should light up unless you touch them. Just having a look just to check that they're definitely only touch activated. We'll find out. But yeah, I'm just going to finish off setting everything up, because at the moment I don't have any candles or anything set up. I need to go grab a mirror as well, because of scrying purposes. So let's go to see. Yeah, there we go. So this is the mirror that I'll be using. I'm not going to do proper scrying. It's just going to be sat in the middle of the candles, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. As I don't expect to be able to see anything in the mirror, especially not from where I'm sat. But the purpose of it is mirrors are thought to be portals, and well, with the mirror sat in the ring of candles, and they've also got a mirror behind me, which it will be facing. So in theory, mirror facing mirror equals portal in between. Hopefully that works out. So yeah, big Halloween investigation. And I have high hopes for it as well, because last time, or at least I think it was last time, I'm not too sure, there's been a time when I've investigated on Halloween with the Spirit Talker app, and Just switch that off. And basically the result with the Spirit Talker app was put these ones here because they're thingied. Actually, I'll put those to the sides. Put that there. Put that there. Although that's a small one. We'll swap out that for that. I don't think I used that one last time. What am I saying now? Yeah, the Spirit Talker app last time had very interesting results. When I think it was possibly last Halloween, might have been the Halloween before. Either way, very interesting results because when it approached 3:30, it said, "Hear my footsteps, approach, approach, the devil is here," all in a row, and the devil is here was spoken bang on 3:30 in the morning. So I have high hopes for Spirit Talker, you know? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Don't know whether or not I had 10 candles last time. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do this. This seems good. And the thing with the pendulum, it's a bit in the way of what I'm wanting. We'll stick that off to the side there. Volleyball kind of here-ish. The bear kind of here. Mirror in the middle of the ring. I need my book. And of course, this is where my book has vanished. Where's my book? Because I had a book. Here it is. There we go. This is very important. As is this piece of paper I'm going to grab. Give me a paper. There we go. Right. So, piece of paper. Like I said, I'm going to write down a list of things which I'm expecting to come up during the investigation from the word list. So, Halloween 2023. So, what I'm expecting is children, a threatening woman, reference to leg injury, reference to war, I'll put /soldier for that. Now I'm trying to think about what else came up, because I've not reviewed any of the word lists that I've created during October. So this is purely just from memory of what I think came up during the time. So far it's children, threatening woman, like not children threatening a woman, but children and then a threatening woman being present. Reference to a leg injury, reference to war or a soldier, which might be connected to one another. And I'll have a think on that while I'm still setting things up, because I feel like there were 1 or 2 more points, but I cannot remember. Because like I said, I've not reviewed the lists since creating them. That's November's job. Ooh. That's why, because this cat ball's enough. Right, so I'll put that up there. And I'll put this nap on the top of the stairs. Balance it somewhere. Right. I'll show you what I've done, because I've done something different with the cat ball. Well, with the dud one. So I'll flip it round so you can see. I've put it here. So, this is kind of what I've been doing with the stairs, where I've been putting it on the top of the stairs, just balanced on the edge. Instead, I've got it on the counter here, pretty close to the edge, not completely close, but as you can see, I'm probably getting a little bit closer actually. because I want it to be not at a tipping point where any vibration is going to knock it. There we go. So you can see there, it's not on, so it won't light up. Yeah, so there you go. You've just seen, I've tapped a few times, not moved. But it's very much so kind of on the edge, so if it does wobble towards here, it'll land on the floor and smash, right? Just going to move away so that you can see all the Fanta cans there, but yeah, so you can see there it is on the edge, but it's not falling. There we go. So that's basically what I've been doing with the cat ball, but on the stairs. The stairs are carpeted, so I wouldn't expect much of a response because it's, I think, more friction and things probably. But on the surface of that counter, hopefully we get a bit more of a result. And now I'm going to take out these cat balls. They're brand new, still in the packet. Right, there we go, if I can get into them. Right. So, saying pull to activate, probably, yeah, pull to activate. And I will... thinking about whether or not to only have one or two on the go. I'll have both on the go. Just because with these ones you can't switch them off, which is big downside in comparison to the other ones. Because with the other ones I can be like, oh, it's not the battery because I've had them switched off 90% of the time whenever they do light up. Whereas with these ones, after today, any argument can be thrown saying, oh, it's the battery, because, you know. Right, there we go, I've pulled the thing out. Okay, there we go. So it's not like the other ones, because as you can see I pulled the thing out for that, moving it around a good bit, it's not lighting up. This one is lighting up. Now this is where I'm just like, hopefully it will stop lighting up. Come on, stop rolling, because it wants to be upside down. But why is it just rolling around the place? Okay, there we go. So it will stop eventually, as you can see. Yeah, so I don't know what triggers these, because they're clearly not touch activated in the clear way. It's, you kind of have to properly hit it, like, to make it go off. So we will see how these do. I don't really have any high hopes for them, but we'll see. Right, can you see the bear? Kind of, because I want the bear to be here-ish. I'll stick the balls either side of the bear as well. You know, actually, I'll see if I can, like, prop them up. Oh god, they're rolling around all over the place. Come on, stay still, balls. Right, can you see them? Come on, stay still. Right, I will note, they're incredibly awkward. Can you see them? No, I don't think you can. Okay. Oops. Can't really put that much further down. One moment. Technical difficulties with actually trying to position this, because it's on a wooden thing where I'm just... Let's see if I can push it back. How much of the bear can you see now? Oh, let's just move the book. Let's move that back a little bit further. Capture more of the room. Right, there we go. I think that's probably where I was going. A bit wrong. This was not as far back. Right, there we go. And then turn it a little bit this way. Because there isn't really anything interesting on this side, it's all this side. So I'll turn it a little bit more this way. There you go. Because now you can see both balls and the bear and mirrors and things. I think, can you see the pendulum in that shot? Yes, you can. You can see that quite clearly, actually. You won't be able to when the light's off, but you can see it quite clearly at the moment. Right, so that's it up. They just need to be lit. And I need to find the lighter for them. Right, so I've got candles, more candles. Where's the already pre-existing pack of candles? There's that. So there's all those handles. And the actual lighter itself is nowhere to be seen. Oh, this is interesting. No lighter to be seen. Hopefully it's in its drawer. Oh, actually it'll be in the kitchen because I use it for lighting candles. There we go. Cat ball is still in its place as well, important to say. Where did I put the battery? Oh, there's a fresh battery if I need it. Oh, I knocked the cat ball. Right, that's there. On balance, there you go. Here's the other thing in here. There is a battery in here, so hopefully this is the right battery. Right, can I light all the candles and then I'll switch on the camcorder and things. There we go. So, some candles are lit. I'm going to get Spirit Talker up and ready. Let's see what thing this is on. Thank you, Sean, for liking the video. And let's move that around. No, that's XL. We don't want that. We want Spirit Talker. There we go. Put that down to, and I'll lock the box as best I can. There we go. Right, and that's on full volume, which is fantastic. That's all good, that's all good. Candles pretty much all lit. Right. Let's see if the camera wants to play ball, or if it's going to be awkward. Is this going to work? Yay, it worked. Alright, move that up. Move that over here. Check that you can definitely see everything you need to see. That's all looking really good, I think. Can you see the Ouija ball? Just about. Need to move this leg and this arm. Yeah, you can see the Ouija board. Wonderful. Smooth. I love it. Probably just fudge it. I don't need to go that way. It's this way. There we go. Right. Hopefully this is still fine and good. I try to keep that in the same place as I can. So, switching on Spirit Talker now. Actually, quickly checking my list. So far, for the YouTube video, I've written down a quick list of things I'm expecting for topics for Spirit Talker. I've got children, a threatening woman being present, reference to a leg injury, and reference to war or a soldier. They're the 4 things I can remember. There may be more, I don't know, I've not reviewed the footage. But yeah, time to switch on Spirit Talker. Hello, spirits. I'm going to switch off the light. Sorry to the Facebook viewers, but this is part of it. And I'm going to just put the battery into the bear real quick. So you will see it flashing, but that is just me messing around with it. Yeah, that's all good.
Is this a ritual?
Is this a ritual? Interesting question there, Spirit. I suppose you could argue, in a way, it is a ritual. Because, it's Halloween night. I've got a bunch of candles lit in a circle with a mirror in the middle of it. Okay, the bear's leg has just gone off. I don't know if that's me. I don't know if that's a settling period. So we'll put it down to a settling period for now. Thank you very much, though, Spirit, if that was you who just lit up the bear's leg. Apologies for any viewers on YouTube who cannot see that. But yeah, this is why both these videos exist. YouTube exists so you can see what I'm doing during the time. You can see how much movement I'm making. You can see the board as well. Interesting. My voice just went. Important note with the board is I always leave it kind of here. So that the gap is in between where it says Ouija and where it starts saying the letters. When I just looked at the board, the letter G was pretty much perfectly in the middle of that circle. Soon, okay. What will be soon, Spirit? Right, so I need to light this candle now. There was a candle in the middle, wasn't there? Yeah, don't matter about the middle candle. Doesn't matter. Yeah, the way I had it done before with the circle is that there was a candle in the middle behind the mirror. But now there isn't. Now it's just a full circle of candles. Which is pretty cool. Pretty cool looking circle. I'm trying to set my hair on fire. While doing this, move that to the side a little bit, just to properly broaden out the circle. There we go, that should be everything set up now. We are ready to investigate. The time is just gone past 10:30 for anyone watching. I will, on YouTube and Facebook, just label it as a 10 o'clock investigation, but the time is 10:30. You'll be able to see the accurate time when I publish the word list. Thank you very much, Spirit, if that is you who's just touched the leg of the bear. Yeah, thank you very much. You can see that lighting up on the Facebook video. I did move... Oh, thank you very much for lighting up the other leg of the bear, Spirit. Can you light up the arms? Can you light the arms up as well, Spirit? That'd be good. Now, it's important to note the bear has been still for a little bit of time at this point, and it's quite unusual for one leg to light up and then the other leg to light up. So that's interesting. Thank you very much, Spirit, if that was you. Can you do it again? Nora, if your name is Nora, please light up the bear again if that was you. Important to note though, you will see on the YouTube video I did move a little bit. I am not near the bear at all. I'm sat on a blanket as well. The floor is just kind of this, in a way, laminate floor. It's not quite laminate. It's kind of wood-ish laminate. It's weird. But yeah, it doesn't have any movement to it. That is obvious. And I'm sat on a blanket anyway, so it's cushioning any vibrations coming from me. And you can see now on the camera I'm moving around a fair bit. The bear didn't light up. So, it's one of them where it might be settling period, might not be settling period. I don't know. But the bear just lit up a number of times without me touching it. Boat. Okay, that's interesting. Did you have a boat? I don't know. I don't know. It's good that I've got this nice little, almost like a diamond of candles. It's weird. It's like very similar to the Assassin's Creed symbol, whatever shape that is. But yeah, so good to speak to you again, Spirits. I had intended on doing the 28-day cycle. I did 17 days of it, so you're well and truly used to this by now. The 17th investigation was on the 18th of the month, so it's been 12 days since I last investigated. Something like 12, 13 days. So it's been a while. Been longer than I'd have liked, but yeah, birthday celebrations took out a few of those days, and then pressures with work just wiped me out for a little bit, and obviously working in general also prevented me from having the energy required to do this. Gun? That's interesting. I'm always thinking with these words, is it related to one of these 4 topics I've got written down? Because The topics are written down now, so I can't go changing it. Thank you very much, Spirit, if that is you who's just lit up the bear. We're getting a good bit of activity now. Is this the battery going? Is this the Spirit actually lighting up the bear? Is this the settling period? Could be one of those things. If the battery was to be going, I don't know why that would make the bear light up more. If anything, you think it would make the bear less sensitive because it's not getting the power required, right? That's what I would assume. But thank you very much, Spirit, if that is you. If you could light up one of the cat balls, I have got 3 dotted around the room. There's a blue one right there. There's a red one. They're going to need a proper push, though, if you do want to light those ones up. And then there's one on the side over here, which shouldn't take much to light it up. And then I've got a cat ball on the side in the kitchen, which is very, very, very close to falling off a counter. For anyone watching on the YouTube video, I have done a good walkthrough on the Facebook video earlier on to show that cat ball and how it's positioned. So you can see it is on the edge. It's not so far that it's going to fall at any moment, but if it had the slightest push, it would fall. So if we hear a bang later, it's probably going to be that cat ball. Right, I'm going to put my hand on the planchette. His voice. Whose voice, Spirit? Whose voice are you referring to? Yeah, so already at the start of the investigation, we've had decent activity, I would say, with the bear. Really, I should be wearing my dressing gown right now because I've just felt like a chill come over me. But it is October. It is cold, so I can't be putting that down to the paranormal because if it was the middle of summer and it's only just gone dark, then I'd be like, hey, it's a bit odd to feel this cold now. But I've also, important point to note, got a pendulum set up which I need to remember exists. Hopefully you can see it on the YouTube video. I am hoping you can, because you can't see this. Because you can see this, I think you can just about see the pendulum. I've got it set up right here. So Spirit, if you could push that, make it move, that would be fantastic. Again, pendulum needs to be moving significantly because...
Sid.
Hello, Sid. But yeah, because candlelight, Halloween, it's dark, I'm going to look at that pendulum and I'm going to think it's swaying ever so slightly. Because already, just by moving side to side, it plays tricks on your eyes. It makes you think it's moving when it's not. So you're going to have to move it significantly, Spirit. You're going to have to give it a proper push. I mean, if you want to make the bear fall over, that would be fantastic. That's the best evidence you could probably provide. Granted, won't be captured particularly well on anything. The most that the Facebook Live will capture is it lighting up as a result. But you might be able to see it silhouette fall.
The children are listening.
Straight away. The children are listening. I'm going to make a note. Well, not a note, but I'm going to just put a little tick. There's a reason why I put that the very first thing on my list. The very first thing on my list I wrote was children. That...
Footsteps.
Footsteps. Okay. You can make some footsteps happen if you want, Spirit. Yeah, the very first thing I put was children, because consistently here it says about children, or at least it feels like it does. Alright? Consistently. Every investigation, it feels like it's saying something about children. Whether that be the children are listening, or just infant present, or something like that.
I'm very lonely here.
You're very lonely here. Okay. Can you tell me why you're lonely, Spirit? Should keep your hand on the planchette as well. There's no point in having a Ouija board out if I'm not putting energy into the board. Because that's my theory on it. That the Ouija board isn't necessarily opening any portals, but it's like you're creating a well of energy. I have theories about that. About how through life you exert energy on people, places, objects that you encounter. And as a result, it kind of holds that energy you've exerted, like a little time capsule type thing. And as a result, depending on how frequently you're interacting with these things. It depends on how big the spectrum is and how big, you're creating a well, basically, or an energy well. So that then when you die, you can then revisit all these things, all these places, people, locations, whatever. You can revisit them, and as a result, you can then use the energy that you've left there to help fuel you. It's basically their way of eating or having a drink or something like that. That's my theory on it. That they can't just live eternally. They need the energy back that they have exerted through life. That is my theory. And I think it's a good theory. I think that it explains why certain spirits are spotted in multiple locations. I think it explains why spirits can be drained very easily.
You remind me of someone.
Oh, who did I remind you of, Spirit? In fact, you said someone means that you probably don't know for sure. But because you have various questions about the paranormal, right? If you're a skeptic, you ask, why don't we see dinosaurs? Why don't we see cavemen? Why don't we, why is it that you don't always get the same responses when you visit a location? And I feel like this theory about energy wells explains all of that really well, because quite frankly, it shows spirits can move from location to location, which explains why you're not going to get the same spirits in the same location every single time you investigate it, because they may be off to a different location depending on where their energy is at the time. It also explains why they can be depleted. You can have extremely active session. Retaliate, okay. You can have an extremely active session and then just suddenly die out because they'll have run out of energy. It explains why they might form attachments. Maybe, one way that they can get energy is they can actively, even in death, put energy into someone, and then that forms an attachment, and then they can kind of leech off of them then. So it's like an investment, right? So they can put energy into you to be like, right, I'm attached to you now, and then you can leech all that energy. It's basically like people are batteries for them, Forest, that is something that I should have made note of. Trees, but I couldn't remember at the time.
My body is close by.
Your body is close by, okay, whereabouts is it, Spirit? Tell me the location of your body. But yeah, so the energy well theory is something that I'll do a post about. I'm still trying to, put it all together, as it were, but I feel like it has promise. It has a lot of potential, and kind of just explains a lot of stuff, I think. So, we will see. We will see how it all goes. No. Okay. Maybe we won't see how it all goes. Where did I put my book? Where did I put it? I'm just having a look around now. I'm just like, where did I put it? Because I have a book which has a lot of things in it. I can't remember where I put it. Oh, there it is. I have found it. There we go. So, for the YouTube camera, because Facebook can't see it, this is my lovely book, Symbols of the Occult. You'll recognise this from one or two of the investigations I did during my investigation of the 28-day cycle. The reason why I stopped using this book, I don't actually know how accurate this is, by the way. There was a point during investigating the cycle. Again, this is one reason why I was slightly hesitant with pushing it. There was a point where I was in work at 6 in the morning. So I think I did a 3 in the morning investigation on that day. Because I was like, I'm up early anyway, may as well do an early investigation. But then on the way to work, because we've got taxis, and on the way, and this is a couple of hours later after doing this investigation, family, okay. A couple of hours later, the taxi was driving along and very, very, very nearly got hit in the side by a tram. And luckily the tram was going slow. It was, early morning. I think it possibly just left the station. But yeah, the taxi nearly got hit by that. And it was a weird situation. So yeah, and just before it nearly got hit by it, I kind of zoned out and started reciting the exorcism passage. The Exorcism Omnis Mundus Spiritus Omnis Satanica Potesta. I started reciting that in my head moments before this the tram nearly hit the taxi. So, and then hearing the horn of the tram then snapped me out of that. So I was like, that's a bit of a weird coincidence. So yeah, so good to document that story because yeah, it was weird. But like I said, I'm pretty sure that 3 in the morning investigation was quite possibly I read from this, or at least one of those where I read from this. And that is, it was quite a near brush thing, which we experienced. And that is. So from that point, I think kind of backed off a little bit regarding how much I push these investigations, because you don't know, you just don't know, do you? Where? I don't know what you're asking me, Spirit. You just said where. Where what? I think I'm with the same family. I'm pretty sure it said a couple of times that about me being family. But yeah, so we'll read from this Halloween night. We'll read from this. We'll see if things can pick up, and we'll see how things go. Because like I said, I have had interesting results on Halloween night in the past. Granted, it's 3 in the morning. I was going to do one 3 o'clock this morning, but I was way too drained. I was absolutely knackered. Spent most of yesterday just being asleep. So. And really, I would spend today resting, but it's Halloween. It occurs not once a month.
Heavy.
It occurs once a year. Heavy. What's heavy, Spirit? What is heavy? But yeah, it occurs once a year. So if I don't investigate this Halloween, I've got a whole year before I can do it again. And for the purposes of having done, 17 days solid of investigation, I want to be able to compare it to Halloween. Noise? Are you going to make a noise? The best way you can make a noise, Spirit, is by knocking that cat ball off of the counter in the kitchen. The noise of that hitting the floor would be fantastic. Just find a slight pattern in the words. It's gone 3 5-letter words in a row. With where, heavy, and noise, they're all 5 letters long. So yeah, 26555. Sounds like a phone number, but yeah. Just thought important, well not necessarily important, but interesting thing to mention. Sort out another candle, because this candle is not out, but it's very, 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 very dim. Just kind of, it is not lit as it can be. Yeah, I really like the smell of candle smoke. Kind of smells a bit like barbecue. Nice kind of summery smell. The best thing about summer. Stroke. Okay, interesting. If you want to stroke the bear, Spirit, you can do. If you want to touch its arms or legs. Important as well to note, I've just done a lot of moving about. That bear hasn't gone off once. So yeah, that's important. And also, this is again why I've done the 17-day cycle, as it were. those first few videos, you could see the bear wasn't lighting up. It then reached a point around, I think it was day 10, where suddenly the bear started lighting up a little bit more. And now it's reached the point where it's, because I've been setting it up the same and I've been doing all the same, so why is the bear suddenly lighting up loads? The only factor is the battery, but it's what it is. Could be just the bear, I've had it in the case the past few days, so but we'll see. Right, sit down against the chair. Cyrus, that's a name I don't think has been spoken before. Hello Cyrus, if you are here, please move the planchet that my hand is on. Or please light up the bear, light up the cat balls. If you could light up the blue or the...
We like investigators.
Oh, you like investigators, that's nice. I don't think it's ever said that before. Not that it said that they hate investigators, but they just haven't commented on whether or not they like investigators. That's cool. Well, you must have loved me during the start of October then. Those first 17 days or so. Or first 18 days technically. Plans? Alright, what plans do you have? You suddenly felt an itch on my arm. That's a common thing as well that I found while investigating, being itchy. Because I feel like most investigations I've commented on that. Just I'll be sat here absolutely fine and suddenly be like, oh no, I suddenly feel really itchy. Alright, what plans? I need another drink soon. Can you move the key?
Take picture.
Take picture. I cannot take a photo. I can't take a picture, Spirit, because I don't have a camera. But if anyone wants to take screenshots of anything in this moment during the lives, you can do.
Come here.
Where? Where, Spirit? Can you point using the planchet on the board to where you want me to go? Like, try and put my fingers on it as lightly as possible. Well, that was interesting, but I don't know whether or not I misheard something. To my right, it sounded like there was 4 knocks in quick succession. Could just be it's Halloween, people out trick or treating. Could have just been someone at a different house, but it sounded really distant. But where I could just about hear it. Another candle's gone out. Again, important to note, the amount of movement I just did then, the bear hasn't gone off. So anyone...
Where are my children?
Again, where are your children? I don't know where your children are, Spirit. How many children did you have? Actually, who are you? Is probably a better question, rather than how many children did you have. Who is the spirit that's looking for her children? Well, I don't even know if it's her that's asking. That's looking for their children. So I don't know if you're male or female. Come on, candle. There we go.
Do you believe?
Do I believe? Yes, I do believe that you all exist. Spirit, who is looking for their children? Yeah, I heard a dog, but that's in the distance. Right, come on, spirit. Try and do something. Yeah, it's Halloween night. This is the part where like the veil is supposed to be super thin, and you've meant to have like fluid communication and things. I've investigated a lot through October as well, so it's not like you're new to any of this. So it was very promising when the bear lit up quite a lot at the start.
Follow us behind you.
Follow me. I can't follow you behind because I mean that's where the mirror is. I can't follow you into the mirror, spirit, because behind me is just the chair and a wall with a mirror on it. So I can't follow you into the mirror. Let's ask how many spirits are there present at the moment? Don't know, I don't know, let's move this out of shot actually. Hopefully it hasn't. Yeah, if I'm doing that, it's just because I'm trying to look at the reflection. Yeah, I think you can just about see the Ouija board still. Ew. What's that? Ew. Ew. Something sticky on the Ouija board in the corner.
I know you.
Ew. Oh, I don't know what that is. It smells like candle, but I don't.
You saw me.
It doesn't feel like wax. You saw me. Did I? Okay. Who did I see? I don't know what that is. Just on the corner of the board, it just feels really sticky. I don't know why. Because the board, since the last investigation, has just stayed in this case that it's on top of. There's nothing at all which could have made it sticky. And it's not like it is wax, because wax kind of solidifies and goes weird. This is like slightly liquidy, slimy stuff is weird. Very weird. That is very, very weird. Anyway, ignoring that, well, that's strange. It's not like I've spilt Fanta on it or anything, because this is dry. So maybe it was candle wax, but it didn't feel warm either. It just was weird. Right, come on, spirits.
Effect.
Effect. Okay. Can you affect the bear? Or the key that I've got hanging there? Or one of the cat balls? Any of the cat balls? If you affected the one in the kitchen, that'd be fantastic. That's the dud one anyway regarding whether or not it can light up. Now if you give it a push, ooh, that was weird. Okay, it might have just been my hair. Yeah, when I turned, then it felt like something brushed against my face. Yeah, very weird. Probably was just my hair though. And it felt a bit like kind of cobweb, you know, when you got that going across. So I was like, I think it was just my hair, but I don't know for sure. Right. Come on, spirit. But like I say, psychological effects of these things as well. You can't trust
Important.
anything at all that I hear or that I feel, because, you know, I'm sat here that night in a spooky environment doing a Ouija board by myself. So unless I hear something and then you hear it on the camera, that's the only thing that can really be validated, whereas everything else, it's like, so, important. Well, the only way it can be validated is if I say I'm feeling something. Like, for example, if I said, oh, it's really cold in here, and then the word app then followed by saying I can affect the temperature, or I did that, or something like that, you know? That's the only way. But with this variant, it said effect. I then said, ooh, felt some brushing against my face. Psychological effect there of that having said effect on me is brushing against face. If it was the other way around, then you know.
Don't go.
I'm not going to go anywhere, Spirit. I'm not going to go anywhere for another half hour or so. So I've got half an hour investigation. And then we're doing it all over again at 3 in the morning. Well, 2:45.
Past.
Past? Or past, as you said. Well, can you make this move? Got a key hanging here. I'm just going to do rings around it. Can you make that move? Like drastically, can you give it a big push? It is important to note this is not a haunted location, by the way. For anyone watching. Like, this, in terms of haunted locations, is like a 1 out of 10. It's very much one where I'm just like, I believe everywhere is haunted because there's so much human history that, you know, especially depending on what you believe regarding why spirits live in certain places, there's not a certain, there isn't a single patch of land where someone hasn't lived there or died there or done something there. Sid? I feel like it said Sid before. Maybe not this list, but on a previous list. Hello Sid, if you're present. Please move the planchette, please light up the bear, the balls. I think it said your name before, so you're not new to any of this. Yeah, so as I was saying, like, I don't think that there is a single place that isn't haunted. I just think that the spirits in these places have different levels of energy, and so on an energy level, this place is a 1 out of 10. It's not like I'm waking up each day to doors slamming and footsteps being heard and things thrown around it. It's not that at all. It's just a location where I'm just like, pretty sure there are spirits here, which, if this app is true, then there are, because, as I said, I can predict that it will say something about children here. That much has been proven here and now. The fact it said something about children twice. But, obviously I'll need to do a good amount of testing with that. I need to see out of the...
Thank you for listening.
You're very welcome, Spirit. Because out of the, 18, 19 word lists I've done over this month here, so it'll be about 20 maybe that I've done in total over this month. I will include the 3 in the morning on November the 1st as part of this month, just because it is Halloween night. And I'll make sure to explain that. Out of all those, I need to see with the children thing, how many out of the 20 has it said children?
Past.
Fast? Okay. If it is 4 out of 20, doesn't matter. If it is 19 out of 20, we're on to something, right? I then need to do 20 word lists elsewhere in a row and see how many of those it says children. If it's 19 out of 20, children is insignificant, right? If it is... And it's probably best to do it in different locations, because otherwise I might land it on a location where there just so happens to be a child spirit present. And so it kind of rigs it a bit. But, you know, if I'm going from place to place to place, it keeps it varied. and again, if it's 19 out of 20, that means that just this app wants to say stuff about kids. If it's 4 out of 20, then it's significant to this location. Especially if then the next investigation I do here, that 41st investigation, then immediately says something about kids. They'll be like, right, that seals it, you know?
Holy.
Holy, okay. You want to go down this route? Just notice 2 candles have gone out. That is fireworks. I should point out. I'm also going to just point out as well, these candles, the packet says that they should be burning for about 3 hours. I've been investigating with these candles lit for about half an hour. And they've gone out, well, a bunch of them have. Granted, I didn't swap them all at the start of the investigation, but I did in the previous investigation. And that previous investigation lasted about an hour. So these candles have been lit for no more than an hour and a half. So, yeah. It is one of those. Maybe it's just because I'm relighting them. Maybe that has an effect and cuts down their life. I don't know. So maybe if I just was to light it and keep it lit, maybe it would last for ages. So I'm going to look in the mirror, see if I can see anything. I don't think I can. Nope. Not that I can see. You can see the key. No, no faces or anything. But yeah. So we've got a pile of, like, 5 candles? 6 candles? Yeah, 6 candles, which have gone out in this investigation. That's 6 out of 10.
We are watching you all.
You're watching us all. Well, it's only me. There's no all about it. Right. Again, important to note, the bear ain't gone off. So, that does mean either settling period or, you know, just the spirit being excited maybe at the start of the session. And being like, oh, you finally put this back out. Touch, touch, touch. I'll have to see exactly how long it was before it lit up.
What's in your hand?
Nothing. Nothing is in my hand. Beforehand it was a candle. Before, you know, it was like a torch type thing. Used to light the candles. Well, that's it for my Fanta.
Christine.
Christine. Okay. If your name's Christine, please light up the bear, light up the balls, move the planchet on the board, push the cat ball off the ledge, anything like that. That was weird. So I just looked at the plasma ball. I don't know whether or not this is a thing that did legitimately happen.
Satan.
Satan, okay. But all of the kind of lights coming from the centre all just suddenly went woof, like over that way when I looked at it. Again, could just be trick of the light. But yeah, it was weird. It was a weird thing. So if you're interacting with the plasma ball, please just like put your hand on it. Make them all point the same way. Oh, and hello Satan, if you're here. Because, you know, the actor said Satan casually. So, hello. you want to do anything, you can do. Want to light up the bear, the balls, anything like that, showing your power, that kind of thing. You can. It's up to you. If you want to make the key move, you can do. That'd be impressive. Nothing particularly significant's been happening so far. Obviously, you've had the bear light
My
a few
ashes are
times.
here.
Your ashes are here. Why? Why are your ashes here, Spirit? And why are your ashes here? See, my neck.
Ash.
Ash? Okay, maybe just saying your name is Ash and said it instead of my name is here. That was painful. When I just moved my head around the back, just like right from one side to the other, just a really sharp pain. You know, like when you've been asleep in a funny position and you've woken up and your neck kills. That is what I just felt then. Your ashes are here, Ash. Okay. Is your name Ash? Because yeah, it's weird it said about Ash immediately after. So did you misspeak? Or... I don't know, because I asked why they're here. So to then respond with Ash is a bit weird. My eyes are gone tired as well. My head feels a bit fuzzy. Yeah, at the start of the investigation I felt quite full of energy in a way.
Abandon hope.
Abandon hope. Nah. I ain't gonna abandon hope, Spirit. Regardless of whether or not you're gonna try and affect me. But yeah, quite, at the start of the investigation, quite full of energy, as you could tell from how fast I was probably talking. But yeah, now it's just suddenly hit me where I just feel extremely tired and my head feels a bit muffled. Really interesting because obviously when I first started the 20-day cycle, after day one, I then came down with a cold, and which lasted pretty much throughout the time that I was investigating for, and only cleared up afterwards during this bit of a break that I'd had. So it's like it'll be interesting if that returns now. I don't think it will, but because I mean, I remember during that first investigation, I felt really, really queasy. Where I'm not feeling like that now. I'm just feeling really, like my head feels quite muffled.
That's my voice.
That's your voice. But your voice just sounds like a muffled head. Nah. I mean, I didn't hear any voices, so. Is that a smell faint burning as well, but only like faint? Kind of like a. It's kind of like with the candles when I blow out the candles. Like I've just had one of those close to my nose. Also, it reminds me of when I was at Alton Towers and the Scare Mazes for my birthday. They had one in particular which was filled with kind of fog, well not fog but smoke, like artificial smoke. It's kind of that type of how that lingers in your nose. That's kind of what it smells like.
I'm a woman.
You're a woman. Okay. Hello. Yeah, I keep on getting like whiffs of it. That smell. It's weird. See, it's strange. How I'm feeling currently, I have experienced before during the investigation. With it kind of like the zoning out a little bit because of the muffled head. And that is, I can't remember the specific scenario, but it was after I'd got the 2 new dolls. And I think I felt this kind of way and looked up, and it felt like my eyes were trying to focus on something. It was like looking through glass, but trying to focus on the glass. So I was looking towards that wall, but it was like I was trying to see something between me and the wall, if that makes sense. And that's kind of how I'm feeling now a little bit. But yeah, it's weird. Are you affecting me, Spirit? Because like I say, it's weird. The only other time I've kind of felt that way, aside from here, is at Carisbrooke Castle, when, again, similar experience where I was looking down into a well, and then the more I looked down into the well, the more I had this image in my head of a woman falling down the well, and the more I felt like if I looked into the water, I'd see a face looking back up at me, and I became very freaked out and just left. Yeah, it's again similar feeling. Painful? It's not painful. It's just weird. It's just really weird, Spirit. Be interesting to see what activity happens later on at 3 in the morning. The reason why I'm starting at 2:45 is because I do want to see if there is any kind of significant increase in activity from between that initial 15 minutes and then the rest of the investigation. Really, I should probably start at 2:30 and then go for like an hour and a half. But Jeffrey? Hello, Jeffrey, if you are here, please touch the bear or the balls, make them light up. Make a sound if you want. Move the planchet on the board. See, that was weird because I don't know whether or not, because I feel like I had the planchet on that and then it just kind of went like that. It was weird. Like, came towards me a little bit. But I don't know. Come on, Spirit. If you're here, please do something. Like I say, please move the planchet on the board. Make the bear light up, make the balls light up. I'm trying to put this little toy car, which I meant to do earlier, on the side here for you. Push that off of there if you want, Spirit. Make the key move. Just dangling there. Shouldn't take you much energy to be able to make that move. It's getting like slight pain back in my neck. There you go. It still feels really, really cold, just on my arms.
Hospital.
It's weird. Hospital? Yeah, because like I said, I don't feel cold. It's just my arms feel really cold. It's very strange. What about a hospital spirit? Right, we're approaching the last 10 minutes or so of the investigation now. No spirit. Yeah, I'm going to save this book for the 3 in the morning investigation. Because of reasons I mentioned earlier. But yeah. So I'm going to save that for them. Come on, spirit.
Over.
Over. Yeah, it is so weird. Right. Right. I think now is probably a good time to do what I usually do at the end of the investigation. I don't know whether or not there was noise then. So if that was just me, it just sounded like there was a somewhat squeaking noise. Yeah, so I'm going to do what I usually do at the end of. I'm going to do what I usually do at the end of an investigation, where I just sit here and close my eyes and just listen for noises and things.
This is great.
This is great. That's cool. So for the next 3 words worth, I'm gonna sit here, be quiet, and you can light up the bear, you can light up the balls, you can do whatever you want, spirit.
I died in my sleep. Incident. Careful.
Okay, there we go. So the three things spoken were I died in my sleep, incident, and careful. Really enjoying that because you'll probably notice I did open my eyes very briefly, because there was a point where it felt like the planchette had moved a little, but throughout that whole thing, my right hand felt like it had like a trapped nerve or something in it. It was weird, and it just I don't know. I couldn't get an image out of my head of my hand being really old and frail, and like because I for most of it I had one finger on the planchette, and when I put another finger on,
Amelia.
it was weird. It didn't feel like my finger, if that makes sense. It was kind of like I was feeling someone else's finger, even though it wasn't my finger. It was very strange, and yeah, and then my hand just felt really, really weird, which I have not experienced before. And yeah, it just was very strange, which is why you may notice in the thing, the video, my like these two fingers kind of going up and down a fair bit, like that, a little bit, just because it just felt like it was a trapped nerve or something like that, and it all just felt really weird. Which is why I kind of moved my hand about the planchette a little bit then, and why I did briefly open my eyes because it was weird. Okay, Amelia. I don't know whether or not Amelia has been spoken before. Yeah, but I'm being as careful as can be with these things. But yeah, so we will see. We will see how it all goes. Don't spirits, please, move the key and light up the bear and the balls and whatnot.
Purple hair.
Purple hair. Now this is interesting. It may have said this before, not today, not during October, but for a previous word list, it may have said something. Because I remember it said a string of words relating to a missing girl, which then led to me Googling things, and it said something about a girl with purple hair, I'm pretty sure. I don't know, it was weird. But I don't know whether or not Amelia was tied with that. So hello Amelia, if you're present, please light up the bear. Touch the arms or the legs of the bear, please. It's pretty much approaching past. Like I say, it's weird with purple hair. I don't know whether or not the name was Amelia that it was tied to. But yeah, that's a weird effects from this investigation happening. Like, God, my hair's got a giant knot in it. This might just look like I was going all Hulk on my hair for a moment. But yeah, so very strange. Because there are a number of things I felt during this investigation where I was like, I have not really felt this before in an investigation. It is Halloween night. It is, so we'll see.
Nasty.
Nasty, okay. Are you nasty, spirit? We're nearly at the end of the investigation now. We'll go for another 5 minutes or so. Are you nasty, spirit? Be interesting because, like I say, with the effects that I have felt from this investigation, to compare how I've been at the start of this investigation to the end, just to see if there is a difference there. But yeah. Right. Okay, Spirit, I'm going to do what I usually do at the end of an investigation now. I know I've only been going for an hour, but It's one of those where, because of how I'm currently feeling, because of how I'm currently feeling, it's like, I need to just, chill a little bit before the 3 in the morning. I said, again, my neck, just with a pain in my neck. It feels like when you trap a nerve or something, or twinge something, Right, so Spirit, the next 2 words, if you could say goodbye is one of those words. I'm not going to say it on the wage board. I'm going to leave that there. But if you could say goodbye or good night, something like that, or even just like see you later, that would do, because I am investigating later on. So if you could do that, that would be great. For like one of the next 2 words, if you could say goodbye, then that would be really good. This is something that we're always going to try and do in the things.
Your family.
Your family, and that's what I probably could have predicted based on previous word lists. The fact that it said stuff about family. I'll add to the list. I'll put a line and then make an addition, being like, these are other things that are kind of cropped up, which I'm just like, my neck. Where I'm just like, this might come from the next investigation as well. Face? Okay. Neither of those was goodbye. So we will leave it there, Spirit. I'm going to switch off the app, the Spirit Talker app. I'm going to switch on the lights. There we go, because there is an investigation that I'm going to do at 3 in the morning. So I'm going to quickly just make a note of those other things now. So the couple of things I'm going to make a note of, put a line, and then we're going to put forest, hospital, and family. There we go. So these are the other things. So 1, 1, and a 1. But we'll put that in like a brackety thing. There we go. Because they're additional ones. He didn't say anything about a threatening woman. He did say something about a woman, but not a threatening woman. Didn't reference a leg injury. Didn't reference war or soldiers. So I'm going to switch off this camera now. I'm going to wait as much there as I can. Going to flip that around. There we go. Thank you very much for everyone on YouTube for watching. I've just seen it's only 2 minutes worth of the video that this bit's going to be. I'm going to try and talk a little bit. But yeah, I'd say the weirdest thing of it is just the neck thing and how I was feeling through it, especially at the end of it. But yeah, so we'll see how I am in the second investigation. Nothing has happened really substantially that I can think of. We did say children pretty much immediately in the list, and he made reference to a woman, but not a threatening one. So I've not done the tick. I've not said that's prediction accurate, but still, it's reference to a woman. So yeah, it's been a weird one. But thank you very much for watching. Hopefully check out other videos as well. I will be investigating 3 in the morning as well, so that video will also be uploaded after this one. And then throughout November I'm going to do a proper analysis of all the results I've gathered through this October, and hopefully I'll have those up and done sooner rather than later. So thank you very much for watching, and goodbye. And hello, Facebook. Yeah, I'm gonna go now. My hair's so weird. But yeah, it was weird investigation given how I was feeling through it. I'm feeling a bit better now. The lights are on and everything, but yeah, it was a strange one. So yeah, I'll do it again 3 in the morning. It's weird because I don't feel particularly tired either. I've been asleep throughout yesterday and bits of today. But yeah, so do investigation at 3 in the morning, see how things go, see how much of my list has been accurately predicted for the second investigation. Hopefully we get chart 2 for the kids, right? But yeah, we will see. That was just an interesting experiment to see whether or not I'm at the point where I can kind of predict what it's going to say. Whether or not it's predicting it because they're not saying the same things over and over, or whether or not it's predicting because it is legitimately the spirits here wanting to talk about those things. I don't know, but hopefully we'll find out eventually when I analyze it all throughout November. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and goodbye. See you in 3 in the morning.